She call me El Jefe cause the barriers that's on me. I think I'm a carrier, I'm sick and fucking hungry. We go 7:30, but I don't know quit your bunny. Every day I'm serving, another day, another cussing.
What the heck is going on with y'all? It's your boy Heck, and I'm welcoming you back to the Wat.Da.Hecpodcast, where basketball's an art in the quarters of campus. In this episode, first things first, we are back.
Yes.
Feel me? All I gotta sit there and say is this: I apologize, Brian. I had to move. The Knicks fans was getting too crazy back in New York. Had to move to another location. Now the Philly fans was getting crazy out of Philly. But you know what though? We here, we back, and we better than ever. And boy, oh boy, we have great content here for y'all, man. First things first, y'all already know the drill. We got my boy, my main man, the right cross that knocked Jake Paul out, Villen himself.
That's a great introduction. What's going on with that podcast? What's going on, y'all? Good to be back finally. It's been like what, 3 months? Last episode?
Yeah, the last episode been if you haven't posted in a whole 4 months. Listen, y'all.
Life's
I apologize. Crazy. I had to work. I've been lacking, man. But listen, y'all been supporting me with with my film studies. So I gotta give something back to y'all. You feel me? And the only way we can sit there and grow, I gotta have my right hand man, or in this case, I don't know how it's gonna come out. My left hand man, Villen. Feel me? But anyway, so in this episode, we're gonna be talking about Gilbert Arenas versus Awful Coaching and that mini saga. I'm not gonna really say it's a beef. I think it's more like a difference of opinion. Because in the end of the day, it impacts me and it impacts all coaching. Because in the end of the day, how I view the game and how I break down the game, it's very, very important, and it's very, very important for all people who are going to be in the basketball training space and the basketball coaching space to understand this and have this conversation. Next, we're going to talk about the TNC event and Hezzy God versus Lamar Peters, because those were the two major ones. Because boy, oh boy,
that was a butt whooping.
As in the streets we say BTA. Hezzy God got BTA, and the other one was Zay versus Nas, which is actually what shocked me, because that was shaking my head. Then we're going to transition to the NBA with our segment, Impressed and Depressed. Then we're going to talk about all the potential trades. Then the Trae Young trade. Finally, we are going to talk about my favorite segment, Twitter fingers. Boy, oh boy. I'm not going to hold you. I have a great segment in for y'all. All I got to sit there and say is, y'all already know the drill. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And with that, let's get straight to the action, y'all. To anybody who is not really familiar with the basketball coaching space, on the internet basketball coaching space, there is two major players in there. B-ball breakdown, then there's Awful Coaching. Awful Coaching is a really good content creator. He makes his business based on giving over-the-top basketball explanations and over-the-top to say it least. But giving us good basketball breakdowns. Because in some situations, he's absolutely correct. Because sometimes, let's just be honest, even though NBA players are in the NBA for a reason, they are not above criticism from us.
Oh.
But for me and for Villen, sometimes we kind of have this mentality. I have this mentality to give sympathy and empathy to players, because in the end of the day, let's just be honest, they're human beings too. So what happened is Gilbert Arenas made a video, a 1 hour long video. The link will be to that video, will be in the description, about awful coaching and saying how he's a casual. A lot of it has to do with the fact of the matter is the biggest issue is game planning. Why game planning is a big issue? Steph Curry dropped 40 on the Blazers. What happened is the Blazers did not have the personnel to guard Steph Curry. So they were playing drop on him a lot. And I sat there and said, this is bad coaching because why are you going to play drop on Steph Curry? Going to a small line, going to a lineup. The Blazers ended up winning the game, but that's besides the point. But Steph Curry did score a crap ton of points and almost won the game from the Warriors. Villen, how do you feel about Gilbert Arenas' video on awful coaching?
Well, first to get some background, when I first discovered awful coaching, I thought he was a troll. Just because the way he was breaking down everything, his titles of his videos, is always like, send this player to China or nepotism coaching. He loves to say that, right?
Mhm.
So at first I thought he was a troll, but I watched a few videos and like, okay, this kind of makes sense, right? But when you start to see a lot of his videos, you go through stages of like, okay, this makes sense. Wait, no, why would he do this? This is bad advice, this is bad coaching. So I think what Gilbert Arenas was saying in his video was more so like, you can't, certain situations don't apply
Mm.
to the NBA. And a lot of awful coaching's philosophies are deeply rooted in like high school basketball fundamentals. Really, it's not so cut and dry. Everything he says, he tries to cut and paste everything. Oh, it's like you said, playing drop coverage on Steph Curry. Why?
Mhm.
He's just gonna give you 40 points, right? Or you can't go over the screen on Ja Morant. He's gonna blow by. So it's like he has things that he always says all the time, no matter what, and it just don't make sense all the time. And that's what Gilbert Arenas was saying, and that's what I agree with because that was my perception of how I viewed his videos. I started watching them a lot.
I kind of alluded to this previously. Here's the problem, and I always will sit there and say it's about coaching. In the end of the day, how you coach a middle school basketball game, and Villen is the coach here. How you coach a high school basketball game, how you coach a college basketball game, how you coach a pro basketball game, and how you coach players in the NBA is going to be completely different. And a lot of it has to do with the talent level. In the end of the day, if I'm in high school, let me be blunt, my best player was nice, but we was not really a team that would sit there and light you up and light you up on the scoreboard. My college basketball team, we had a lot of shooters, and one guy I know his name was Skelza. Shout out to him. Hope you're doing well, homie. I seen him shoot 90% on the gun. Like, so to shooting threes 90% on the gun. Let me put it that way. Yeah, he can really shoot. He spray it.
Scary hours.
Right. What happens is if I'm playing like how I view basketball, and this is how, and it's always, and watching that video kind of gave me a better anticipation about how I break down tape. If an NBA coach knows the skill of every player on their team, the talent level of every player on their team, understands their travel schedule, understands their personalities, understands the personalities of everybody else on their team and the other person's team, and understands basketball to a T, where it's like, it's kind of like, how do you explain it?
Not sure what you're trying to say.
They're so in tune with the game and the personalities of everybody who they're going up against. Their game, they can plan. They plan for everything. So, for an example, in the video where I sat there and said, Steph, why y'all playing drop coverage on Steph Curry? The Blazers have their big man was averaging 10 and 10 that game. Was averaging 10 and 10. It's like it's Kamara or some shit.
Klingen,
Not
the
Klingen.
white dude.
Yeah, the Klingen. I think it's Klingen.
That is Klingen, yeah.
Right. He's playing. What happens with that situation? He's playing drop because the fact of the matter is, he doesn't have the lateral quickness to keep up with Steph. Let's be blunt. And what ends up happening is because they are playing drop with their bigs, and the guards are not doing a good job of getting behind the screen and getting behind Steph while you're shooting the ball. Long story short, you're getting dotted up the whole entire game.
Right.
Now, here's the problem, and here's how I look at coaching. You understand that we understand that that's a bad matchup. How the heck are you going to sit there and circumvent Steph Curry scoring all these points? That means if that big man is not dropping 20 and 20, what is he out there for?
Exactly.
And how does it get back to coaching? There's a lot of things that, as coaches and understanding game plans, people do not pay attention to. And because of that, you cannot sit there and say in every single situation, you cannot play drop on Steph Curry. This is bad coaching when you got Nikola Jokic on the court. Because respectfully, what do you want to do? What do you want Nikola Jokic to do? Play up on the screeners. Play up on the screeners. You know where? I mean, on the screeners, butt back, pause back.
Yeah.
And sit there and be there to guard Steph Curry on the switch. He's gonna get creamed. He's gonna get cooked. So understanding that's why I can agree with Gilbert Arenas on this. Because in the end of the day, until you understand the fact of the matter is how the NBA player plays the game and understands the game on a concept is further than a lot of people realize. Shoot, there's people on the bat that we play pickup with that don't know that a right-handed shooter likes going left.
It's true, because they're casuals.
So when you understand, because of that, I kind of have to agree with Gilbert Arenas. But hey, man, let me know your opinion about overcoaching on the comment section below. But with that, we on to the next. The next thing we gotta talk about is the 1v1 space. So the first one, even though this is a while back, was Zay versus Nas. And when I tell you, that was, I don't think we're gonna have any more 1v1 events going into New York after that one. Especially in the Bronx. Nope, that ain't happening no more.
Bro. Too many ruffians.
All I gotta sit there and say is, to those who didn't watch the 1-on-1, here's what happened. Played Nas in an off the dribble game. They paid him to be there. Here's a couple things I'm gonna break. All right, I'm gonna start off with this. Isaiah Briscoe was getting cooked. Got tired. Was getting BTA. And long story short, the home field advantage showed up.
Yep.
His teammates, his boys, pulls up on the court after every single bucket, every single foul, got on the court, letting him catch his breath. Normally, Nas will win the game going away, but they came on the court, caught his breath, letting him catching his breath. Nas blew by the guy, blew by Zay, got fouled. The man's, I forgot, he's a former 5-star prospect. I forgot your name, but he went up and he hit the KG goaltend.
Duval. Word. Trayvon Duval.
Grab the ball. There we go. He said, my man's, every single time they was talking, they was chopping, it got crazy security out here being hectic. Everybody was on the court. In the last possession of the game, Isaiah Briscoe had the ball. He was looking down. He sees somebody's foot. And he told the guy, back up. Nas poked the ball out. Zay got tight. Game over. Listen, there's a story me and Villen could tell about your boy here. But we gotta keep that shit to the archives.
Yeah. If you're not from New York hoopers love to quit during one-on-one before they lose, so that it doesn't count as a loss.
Nah. All I gotta say, when it becomes too toxic, people leave. But so Villain, what do you think about that one-on-one? That one.
I think that was bound to happen. So the similar thing happened with when Nesco played Ty Lawson, right? So like it was game point and Ty Lawson quit. Even though he was up by 1 point, he quit because he felt like he should have got continuation on a foul to end the game, but they called it on the floor. So another ex NBA player versus a creator ending in a quit again, right? Because the game is too tight knit, too close, and we're not used to that. We're used to, hey, NBA players, they're the best in the world. You can't beat an NBA player but one-on-one. But one-on-one is different than playing 5-on-5 team organized basketball, and that's why a lot of the best one-on-one players they're struggling still to find a spot on a roster in the NBA because their skills don't really translate to what a team needs. So my thoughts on this game was pretty predictable. You know, you never play New York guys in New York because they will have 50 people in the crowd. They'll rush the crowd. I mean, they'll rush the court. Every time they score, they'll rush the court, yell, hype up their mans, disrupt the flow of the game. I didn't expect that. I expected that to go how it went, for real. Like, I honestly was rooting for Briscoe to win, and I'm pretty upset that he quit, but I'm not shocked.
So, to give my opinion, first things first. Shout out to. Listen? Should we give Nas the dub on this one? Yeah, we should.
No, I would like. They need to run it back. Like, you feel me? So, Nesco and Ty Lawson ran it back. Nesco cooked Ty Lawson bad with his boots. So, I think they could run it back.
My man's Nesco took the belt off.
That was bad. That was embarrassing, actually. Like, Ty Lawson should be embarrassed.
So,
and I think Briscoe should be embarrassed too. But I see why he quit. I see why he quit because I feel, you know, there was no control over the crowd. And part of that is on the refs, but at the end of the day, these are grown men acting like children in the crowd. So I don't know. I think they need to run it back in a more neutral space. They need to have more control over the crowd. Like there has to be like some type of barrier around the court or something where the crowd can't get on the court because, you know, that's not only is that affecting the game, it's a hazard, right? Yeah. You could trip one of the players, they get hurt. Like, so there needs to be a better crowd control system going on with that 1v1. But I want to see them run it back for sure.
Yeah, I can agree with that. So here's my opinion. The first thing first is Isaiah Briscoe gained a lot. I feel like you gain a much more respect for the 1v1 creators in that space. Whether it be Moon, Nas, Fombi, Rob, Frigga, anybody in the TNC, off the dribble, Ball is Life, anybody that does 1v1 content in the 1v1 space, you gain a lot of respect for them because in the end of the day, 1v1 is a whole completely different animal. Now, I'm going to talk about this. Zay Briscoe, it's like, here's the problem, and I'm going to explain something to you about New York basketball players. Yeah, we all have a habit of not taking people seriously.
Yep.
You come in there,
yep.
We sit there, think somebody's sweet. You know, I'm not going to try. I'm not going to lace my sneakers. Bro came in there. Listen, it's like, it's a mentality thing. It's like, I'm going to explain something to you. One of the reasons why I'm bringing this game up, even though this game is old, a lot of young players have this bad habit. I'm going to come in there, come to the basketball court, wearing Crocs,
Yep.
not with my gear on, and chill, right? And me chilling,
Warming up, man, nonchalant,
being nonchalant. And guess what ends up
doing
happening?
dumb shit in the layup line.
And guess what ends up happening? When you playing
Act-
that one-on-one against some dude that's supposed to beat, they start giving you BTA. You hold up. Take off my shoes. Let me get dressed. La da da da. Okay, now I'm here. Guess what ends up happening? You lose. Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yep. And then
It's
what
the
they
same-
say when they lose, I wasn't even trying.
I was taking it
Why?
seriously. Like,
That's
why?
your fault, brother, man.
That's why. Like,
It's your
bro.
fault.
Like, bro, in the end of the like, you sit there and you like, it's the same thing with Zay Briscoe. He had a previous workout before the event. He sat there and came in the event late, strolled onto the basketball court, sneakers in hand, thinking it's gonna be easy money. Then he started getting beat
Quick.
because let's be real. Nas is real. These guys listen, and just because, and I always will sit there and say this, as a basketball player and as a basketball fan, just because you are in the NBA, it doesn't make you a better player than me. You're on right. It's if I were to play, let's say I play Ja Morant right now. Just because Ja Morant is in the NBA doesn't make him a better basketball player than me. What makes him a better basketball player than me is his skills and his abilities on the court. Because remember, I'm gonna be blunt with you. The NBA is just a title.
Right.
But if you come in there and if you were to sit there and let's say for argument's sake, I'm playing Trae Young in a one-on-one. And Trae Young is doing dumb shit, throwing the ball from half court, not playing defense. I'm going to beat him 11-zip. Grant, and I'm gonna sit and I'm like, I'm gonna be disappointed. I'm like, bro, this is it. Like,
Did he get the ball first?
did he get the ball first? Like, now granted,
Did he? In your scenario where you 11 zipped him, or you got the ball first?
I mean, I got the ball first. He's like,
He never got it back.
Let me put it this way. Let me put it this way. I would not let him sit Trae Young because he could probably. There's no one hit. He could probably hit 5 of them fuckers from half court.
Yeah. Tag Trae Young in the comments, y'all.
Tag Trae Young
in the comments. You need to set
like,
it
hey,
up.
Trae Young, yo, Hector from the Bulls like from the What.Da.Hecpodcast said he could be shooting 1-on-1 lemon zip.
You can
You
tell him
gonna be
to
like,
Philly.
who is this suck? Hey, bro, he's gonna sit there and hit me with the. He's gonna do me like he did Patrick Beverly. He said, bro, I've been to the conference finals. Why are we talking?
Literally.
But to back on the point, if I'm playing Trae Young and he's sitting there giving me the ill cone treatment, is a cone like not giving me any effort whatsoever, and I get 11 straight layups to the rim, I'm gonna sit there and be like, this is it. It's the same thing. It's how you play. Now, if they do run this back, Isaiah Briscoe is gonna take. I think it's gonna take a little bit more serious. Because Richard McCord, just because you are in the one-on-one space doesn't mean that you can't out-hoop. Because in the end of the day, I think a lot of people have this mentality with NBA players. Oh, I'm in the NBA. I am better than this dude. No. What allows you to go into the NBA is your situation.
Right.
So an example of this is, who are you playing around in front of the right eyes? Are you playing in the right system? Did you have your growth for early or late? Were you in the perfect situation for you to sit there and get to the NBA, or would you find yourself hanging around in the wrong environment? Because respectfully, there's a lot of guys who I know that could probably play in the league. There's actually I say like 2. One dude is like 6'10". He was 6'10" and athletic. And when I tell you, bro, still remember, bro, that's a story for another day. If his head was on straight at a younger age, he would have been in the league. Because the dude was like 6'9", 6'10", bro. Just because you're in the NBA doesn't make you a better basketball player. Now, to transition, we got Lamar Peters versus Hezzy guy.
And I'm smiling because it's always a good day when Hezzy God loses. I do not like Hezzy God. And he got.
All I gotta sit there and say,
What the?
Lamar beat Hezzy guy. Lamar beat Hezzy guy 30-3. Now Lamar, if you don't know about Lamar Peters, he was a 4-star recruit, I believe, out of high school.
Yep. D1, Mississippi State.
Went to Mississippi State.
SC.
Former NBA player, like that. And honestly, it's nice. He can play. Let's just be blunt. He can play. We ain't gonna sit there. I'm not gonna sit there and be like on some da da da. No, he can really play. What started to happen is when you're playing one-on-ones and you're getting belt, you start to feel the game getting away from you. And the biggest thing for me, and when you start playing ones, I always suggest you develop a shot that you know you can knock down 10 times out of 10. Whether it being a wide open whether it being a layup, whether it being a mid-range pull-up, whether it being a jab step to a jumper. Something easy and something simple that you can get into a rhythm and you can knock it down easily. What ended up happening was Hezzy God didn't do that. After it became like 21-3, he started becoming defeated and just basically just mailed it in. You could tell if you watch the game and watch one-on-ones, you can tell by their body language how they mailed it in.
Right.
So my big thing is we already know Lamar Peters is like that. I honestly would like to see see a rematch between him and Uncle Scoob, and I would like to see him play against Rob because those are the premier one-on-one players in the hoop space. And Nas, I just generally feel that it was funny. Lamar Peters, I'm glad that he's growing in the space because he really deserved it because he couldn't actually play. And what made matters even funnier, he went on IG Live one day. He said, all right, I'm going to tell you how I beat you. Jab, jump shot. Jab. One dribble left all the way to the cup. One dribble left, pull back. Sure enough, I may have misquoted him. Sure enough, that's what exactly he did to Hezzy God. Jab, jump shot. Hard left to the cup. Hard right to the cup. Pull back. It's like, bro, it's like you watching him, you're like, how? Like, are you gonna make him work?
Yeah.
Feel me? The biggest thing I'm gonna tell you something about basketball in the one-on-one space, a lot of young players have a bad habit of doing this. Make the game easy for yourself. Like, bro, I don't need to do a 20 dribble combination to a setback back three. Why would I do that? All it is do you have a gap hand? If you don't, I'm gonna shoot it. If you do, and I can get the ball to my shot pocket, I'm gonna shoot it. Are you playing up on me? I'm going to the rim. Are you forcing me right? I'm gonna go right. Are you forcing me left? I'm gonna go left. Are you forcing me right and you're trying to cut me off? I'm gonna go left. It's simple basketball. It's like a lot of times players sit there, try to do 20 dribble combinations, try to put you on a mixtape, put you on a blender. Why don't you do all that? The better and better you get at basketball, and I'm gonna share this with everybody so that way I can develop too. The moment that you are gonna get better at basketball is when you stop doing too much and you stop trying so hard. Something? Don't you got anything? You got anything to add?
I think everything you said was good. And I think a lot of the kids that play that way, not just kids, because a lot of grown men play like this too, like just chasing a highlight. They don't have the experience of playing basketball for real, organized, 5-on-5. Most basketball experience they got is playing pickup or playing in some washed men's league. So a lot of people, like, they don't really watch the game no more. Why? I don't know. Viewership is always down every year. I don't know. Maybe people don't like the threes. People don't like the flopping. But people are not watching basketball no more in the shows because they don't know how to play correctly.
Honestly, I blame it on AAU culture, to be honest with you.
Hey man,
Honestly, you know what? This is gonna be an interference. This is gonna be a PTI segment. I generally feel that the problem with AAU culture is people in this generation. Everybody got a trainer. Just go play ball.
yeah, literally.
Like,
It's because like these parents are getting finessed by these guys, man.
bro, you're 13 years old. No serious college is gonna want to scout. Is gonna scout a 13-year-old unless your name is Victor Wembanyama. And Victor Wembanyama was 6'7" at 13.
Right.
Understanding that, it's like you got a lot of the problems is you sit there. Like I alluded to this earlier with the awful coaching situation. We got guys who don't understand pure basketball concepts. Okay, what is the read in the pick and roll? You read the help side defender. You see what on the pick and roll is the roll man's man on the 3-point line, or is he dropping? If he's dropping, you shoot the three. If he's on the 3-point line, you hit the roll man, or you read the MIG or the tag man on the opposite side. Yeah, we giving away the sauce here, right?
We are.
But guess what? When you sit there and you don't read the bat, if you don't understand the game, or you got players who don't know, we'll sit there and see the space at the roll man and throw it blind, and guess what ends up happening? The tag man comes out of nowhere and steals it, and you be looking at you like, how you do not see this guy? Did you not see this guy right there? Or another one, if I'm driving and going for a layup, players have a bad habit of putting their angles out too wide. And it's a layup. Their read is correct, but they turn the ball over or get blocked because they're going into the help instead of just going back into the defender where the space is at. It's like the thing that makes NBA players and that separates a lot of players from the level is it's minute details like that. That's kind of one of the reasons why I'm breaking down film studies and I'm breaking down film. I mean, how AAU problem is like everybody, and I think the biggest problem why AAU correlates to all these problems. You can sit there and do a pound double step back, have all the moves in your bag, but if you do not know how to read the basket, if you struggle with court vision or you don't know how to read the basketball court, no matter how much time you spend training, no matter how much time you are playing ball, you're gonna naturally make mistakes. You're naturally gonna be poorly because you don't know how to play basketball, and that's just really simple.
Yep.
But hey, man, Bill, you got anything to add?
None. I got none, man. Beautiful.
Listen, play basketball, y'all. Feel me? We tired of y'all doing triple step back threes and shooting air balls. We tired of going to. You better make it. We tired of seeing these tryouts, and you got one guy who can't dribble with his left hand. That's a story for another day. We tired, bro. Play basketball, y'all. Learn how to play basketball. But hey, man, let's be on to our next segment. Now, we on to the NBA. And my favorite segment and Villen's favorite segment is Impressed and Depressed. So naturally, we didn't sit there and get a chance because I've been busy with work and stuff and editing videos and stuff. I didn't have a chance to sit there and give my preseason picks and who I think is going to be good this year and not. But you know what? It's all good. You want to know why? We're going to talk about who impressed us this year and who depressed us this year.
We are.
So first, let's talk about who impressed us. You want to go first? Or I can go first.
Yeah, I'll start it off. A team that is impressing me right now, and we'll do it. We'll do your new hometown. Heck, the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yes.
They are that backcourt. something else, and they're doing it, without Embiid. Well, they have Embiid now, but they didn't have Embiid to start the season. They didn't have Paul George, right? They're both back now, but they're shells of their former selves. But
With the fries in the bag, coach.
Yep. But Maxey and Edgecombe, that's the future of Philly. Maxey looking like Harden, Edgecombe looking like D Wade.
I'm gonna be honest with you. My biggest thing, you can agree with that. When VJ, I'm gonna tell you this once, and I'm gonna tell you this again. When I watched VJ Edgecombe in Baylor, he really didn't pop. I thought Trey Johnson, the kid from Texas, was gonna be was a much better prospect than him.
I can see why.
Because listen, Trey Johnson is much more electric. He can shoot. He's much more flashy. But VJ Edgecombe is one of those guys. He played his draft day comparison with Victor Oladipo, and you can see it if you watch him in college. He's athletic. Right. He's not really a scorer. I mean, he can score, play solid defense. Didn't really have a mid-range game in college. I made a film breakdown on him. Watching him, it's going to be between him and Cooper Flag for rookie of the year.
Yeah.
Right? And also, we could add Derek Queen to that, too.
For sure.
I cannot wait for that. I cannot wait for that film when I get the time.
I don't think he'll get it because they're a team record. But
yeah.
He definitely deserves a nod, like top 3. Definitely all rookie team first. Blackola Jokic.
Right? We already listen with Tyrese Maxey. We already know what Tyrese Maxey is. He's a walking bucket. He dropped 50. We already know he can score. I'm actually happy that he's actually getting the green light to do whatever the heck he wants to. Because in the end of the day, Joel Embiid, as talented as he is, you're not going to win anything with him being your best player. And then Quentin Grimes, side player off the bench. I kind of feel bad because what he should have did is get the heck out of Dodge. Because he was getting like 15, 20 shots when Maxey was down, Embiid was down, Paul George was down, and he was looking like he could score and be the face of a team. Now it's like he's averaging 11 a game, which is cool. Sometimes you gotta go where the money's at, and I don't know whether he's under contract or what, but you gotta go where the money's at. That's how I feel. You feel me?
Yeah, I think he's under contract. He was on because he came from Dallas on that contract. New York, Dallas. No, was he in Houston? I don't know. He was somewhere, man. I know he was in Dallas, though. I agree with that to some point, but I also don't because a lot of his points were at the end of the season when a lot of the players let their foot off the gas, get ready for the playoffs, and they let the role players shine and all that. So, but I think he's definitely a real solid off the bench guy. Probably one of the premier bench guys for sure. He's gonna get a payday when his contract is up.
That I can agree with. Now for me, who impressed? Easy. The Boston Celtics. Man, oh man. They can't keep getting away with this. Let me explain something to you. And this puts to doubt Jason Tatum's finals MVP. Jason Tatum, your best player goes down. And you're a top 3 seed in the West, in the East, excuse me?
Yeah, but they still got Jaylen Brown.
We was all clowning Jaylen Brown for not being able to dribble with his left hand, bro.
He still can't. He still can't, but he's pretty good with his right. Pretty damn good going right. Good enough to average 30.
All I gotta say, Jaylen Brown took the step. He's gonna be a first-team All-NBA player this year if he stays healthy. That's also the other thing that's also the other thing we got. That's a conversation for another day about the 65 game rule because I think that's they need to make some tweaks. He averages 30. He's been a leader in the team. Everybody, it's like not an addition to a subtraction. It's everybody is covering for their weaknesses and they all coming together as a team and that's taking a major step forward. Peyton Pritchard is playing well.
Yep.
Jaylen Brown's playing well. They lost Al Horford. His replacement is playing well. Honestly, you wouldn't think with how good the Boston Celtics, or from everything that they lost, that this coming into this season, you wouldn't think they would be out here as a top 3 seed in the West. Derek White is playing well. Now he's averaging, bro. Derek White is averaging 18 and 5. Problem is his field goal percentage is chopped, but we can talk about that later. It's always impressive to see how well they're playing, but that's my impressed. Now, who depressed?
It's more so a player, not the whole team, but I would just throw the whole team in there because whatever. The Memphis Grizzlies. That's a pretty disappointing situation. It seems like there's a coaching and player disconnect. We're not seeing Ja Morant be Ja Morant. It seems like the pieces they have around Ja Morant don't really complement him that well, right? So like when you have a ball dominant slasher, you want to put shooters around them. You want to put people that can move off ball well, and they try to implement that, that circle offense, cutting where everyone cuts the same way and all that. And, it's cool, but like we said earlier, you can't just cut and paste, everything. Your team operates differently. It's the personnel that just dictates the play style, and you have Ja Morant on your team as the point guard. He's not really a shooter. You can't put him in the offense that involves a lot of off-ball movement because what is he doing off-ball? He's not catching and shooting.
Better not. Ooh, he's shooting like 29% from the 3-point line this year, right?
Yikes! Yeah, he's not catching and slashing because he has to have the ball in his hands, right? He has to play make. So if everyone's cutting the same way and circling, and we're just moving the ball like that, he's not really getting into a flow. You need your star player to get into a flow if, things are going to work.
Okay. To make a correction, Ja Morant is not shooting 29% because that's 29% is being nice. He's shooting 20% from the 3-point line.
Ugh.
On 4 attempts a game. My man's.
That's terrible. That's terrible. So he's making less than 1 3 a game, basically.
Pretty much.
On 4 attempts.
So, all right. Here's the problem, and I'm going to explain this to you, and this is why I feel that the Grizzlies is having a Ja Morant issue. We're going to talk about Ja Morant along with potential trades in our next segment. But here's my problem: Ja Morant has changed his game and has changed his mindset of attack. Here's the reason why. The problem is Ja Morant. We already know Ja Morant cannot shoot.
Right.
He came into the league without a jump shot. He's in the league without a jump shot. The problem is every single year, because he is 6'2" and probably like 185. That's me being nice. When he attacks, he doesn't absorb contact very well. He's not Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook is 6'3", 220.
Yeah.
So when he's driving to the cup, you are bouncing off of him if you're not careful. And if you notice something, Russell Westbrook knows how to protect himself. May not be my favorite star player to watch, but I will sit there and give him credit for this. He mastered how to be an athletic finisher without the major injury.
That's true.
And because of that, that's why his longevity is to be commended. Ja Morant, he would try to sit there and try to dunk on everybody, bro, or do things that you don't have to do. Perfect example of this. They in the playoffs. Homie got clipped and came up with had a knot on his elbow because he tried to dunk on Anthony Davis, who's taking a charge. My man's Euro step. My man's drop it off. My man's floater.
Yep.
My man's slow down and make the game simple. Nah, I'm gonna try to dunk on the guy and get a highlight. Yeah, and guess what? That highlight is gonna cost you 6 months of your season.
Yep, badly.
Listen, and it comes down to, as I always will sit there and say this, you start to see why, right? When you see these players missing, when you see Ja Morant missing time, then he missing time, then because he's all missing time, they're trying to build a culture, a team to win without him, and eventually they're eventually phasing him out. So they're slowly but surely phasing him out because if you know something, he missed time with a calf injury.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's he actually injured his calf or they sitting there writing it down so that way they can move off of it. But I will sit there and say that's a good pick for depressed. The Memphis Grizzlies. The team that depressed me the most, the Golden State Warriors.
That's a bad team, bro.
Listen, it's Steph Curry and everybody else.
Yep.
And Steph Curry is not 09 Braun. He's not 08 Kobe. He's not Tracy McGrady. He's 37. So understanding that, I don't trust. We already know that's not going to last. Here's my problem with the Warriors. First problem is their team was not built for the future. They had this 2 timeline thing, but what ended up happening was Draymond Green messed it up by punching Jordan Poole in the face.
Literally.
You understand? Listen, Jordan Poole has not bounced back from that, and they were required to move off of Jordan Poole's contract. Then Draymond Green been a waste of money his whole entire tenure in Golden State. He was solid. He's the defense. He's making the right read. But guess what? He's no longer in his 20s. He's out of his prime. He's not playing the same. The only thing he's doing is fouling and fighting people. Bro, he had 83 field goals. He had 83 field goals made. He has like 80 field goals made and like 83 fouls and turnovers this season. And then the players that they expected to sit there and take a step, which was Jonathan Kuminga. I don't know whether Jonathan Kuminga don't know how to play basketball or Jonathan Kuminga don't know how to play Warrior basketball or Jonathan Kuminga wants to get his own. But guess what? They have that problem, and because they match his qualifying offer, they cannot trade him for another 2 days. Because let's just be honest, he's getting traded because they're not playing him. Moses Moody is Moses Moody. Moses Moody is solid. A lot of and the only other player that is there to help Steph is Jimmy Butler.
That's true. Jimmy.
So understanding that, the Warriors are currently the AC in the West. And honestly, if they're not careful, they may not even make the playoffs this year, which is a good thing for the Miami Heat, but it's a bad thing because in the end of the day, because they are in a luxury cap. Nobody they can sit there and add in free agency or they can pick up that can sit there and fix their situation.
I think it's time to hang it up. Steph, Draymond, and Jersey up. Jimmy Butler too, man. They're all like 35, 36, 37. It was a good run. Time to start young.
I agree with that. I say the only person listen, you can't trade Steph, but trade Draymond to the moon.
He has no value.
That's what I'm saying. Trade him to the moon.
It's too late. They should have traded him when he rocked Jordan Poole. That should have been the start of the rebuild right there.
Or better
trade that man. Get some cash. Cash considerations.
Like, bro, that's the problem. It's like, I'm gonna give you a perfect example of this. Think about it like this. Villen, when I tell you Draymond Green is the only player on an NBA roster that cost his team 3 NBA championships and is still on that roster.
He must got some blackmail, some dirt on somebody.
I don't know, bro. Listen, think about it like this, bro. He hit LeBron in the groin, got suspended for Game 5. Andrew Bogut goes down, 3-1 comeback. That's on Draymond's head. He did drop 35 in Game 7. Which we're never going to forget that because, bro, I don't know what happened that game, but Draymond was looking like...
He knew he did bad. Game 5, he probably thought he was getting traded for that. I would trade his ass for that. What? Traded. Too much trouble.
Then you sit there and call Kevin Durant out his name when Kevin Durant is in a contract year. Like, yes, I understand that Kevin Durant not committing to y'all pissed you. Not committing to y'all bothered you because in the end of the day, he's weighing his options. But in the end of the day, you arguing with him is not going to change anything. Matter of fact, he's going to expedite the process. And who
You
knows?
don't tell Kevin Durant we don't need you. Come on, man. No, you do.
And guess what? Who knows? Maybe if Kevin Durant didn't say that argument with Kevin Durant didn't happen, Kevin Durant is still a warrior, and he tears Achilles. Because remember, he felt pressure to play. That's why he came in on the calf strain.
That's true.
And what we know now about calf strains, him not playing a month. Because remember, he hurt himself in the Houston Rockets series.
Yeah.
Him not playing a month and him jumping into an NBA Finals game was not going to help it. He had to slowly work himself back into the game. So who knows? Then the final straw before him choking out Rudy Gobert was him punching Jordan Poole in the face. I'm like, bro.
Right after winning the chip.
Right after winning the chip. Want to give Draymond Green the benefit of the doubt as much as humanly possible, because I don't think people go around punching people in the face for no reason. But if Jordan Poole was talking crazy, say, yo, bro, you know what? Square up. Y'all fight. Y'all got a fair fade. Y'all fought. Y'all moved on from it. It is what it is. Or do one even better. Do the fake tough guy. Man, I'll beat you. Y'all already listen. And you sit there, after the end of the practice, you go home, you talk, you take a nap, you come back, and you're like, yo, bro, you're Jordan Poole, yo, JP, yo, bro, you was wilding for that, bro.
Right.
Can't
knock your teammate. Can't knock your teammate's lights out. You gotta grab him. Stop playing. Grab him out of shirt. Stop playing. Do one of those to your teammate for sure.
Dude.
Knock your teammate out though. Man, that's minus 100 teammate chemistry, man.
And everybody
coming back.
And the fact of the matter is, and the reality of the situation is, no, listen, he wasn't going to do that to Curry.
Hell no.
If you look at Curry wrong, all right, Draymond, you got to go.
The 3 first rounders.
They would say every pick. If Draymond would have said this, punch Curry like that, they would have traded Draymond Green with every single first round pick from now until the cows come home to get him off the team.
Word.
They said, he said, dang, the Detroit Pistons got Draymond Green. For how many? Oh, they got Draymond at 10 first round picks for Draymond Green. Yo, so that means they got they have the Warriors first round pick for the next 20 years.
Yo.
Yeah, man. They really had to get rid of Draymond. There are a lot of other teams that impressed us this year. If we miss a team, or we have a team that's different than y'all, please let us down in the comment section below. Because, bro, boy, but time constraints, I can't really talk about the Spurs. Because, whoo.
Yeah. We throw the Spurs or throw Detroit, too.
You feel me? The Spurs in Detroit.
We'll be here all day.
Next, we are going to talk about the trade market. The trade market. So, as you may or may not know, there's a lot of potential trades that's going on in the NBA. One trade that recently happened was the Trae Young trade, which we kind of knew that was going to happen because Jalen Johnson been playing bonkers. Let's just start off with the players that we know that are getting traded, and we're going to talk about the trade last. So first things first, we already know that Ja Morant is getting traded. Where do you think Ja Morant will fit the best at?
I like Miami for him. I like Phoenix for him too. I would say Toronto, but there's not many shooters in Toronto, so I don't think that'd be a good spot. Houston.
Yeah, I mean, they need a point guard.
They do need a point guard, but I feel like they don't need like a Ja Morant type point guard. They need an actual point guard.
Yeah, he's maybe a move. Here's how I look at it. The biggest thing is, what are you willing to give up? So, like, I look at it like this: the teams that have the assets to pick up Ja Morant is going to be Houston, because Houston can make a package of Reed Shepherd, Jabari Smith, Tyrese Eason, and a boatload of instant picks. Miami.
I don't see them letting go any of those people.
Me either. That's why I say they could.
Maybe Eason. I think Eason is the most tradable out those names, but I think they'll hang on to him too.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Who else? Miami. I mean, do you really think a team full of with him, Bam, and Jimmy and Andrew Wiggins can make a playoff run?
Yeah, I think so. And Miami's deep, and they get to it. Miami's always in the playoffs, no matter who they have.
I mean, let me put it this way: they do have the assets, and they do have the picks to do it. But not question is, do you think Pat Riley's gonna pull the trigger though?
No way. No way, no way, no way. Pat Riley, the thing with Pat Riley, his players have to be like a strict regimen and behavior, all that. Like, I don't think Ja Morant fits that mold that Pat Riley would want.
Let me put it this way, bro. Pat Riley drafted. I will sit there and say this: Pat Riley drafted Michael Beasley.
But there was nothing wrong with Michael Beasley at that time that he got drafted. I think that he got like caught with weed or something. Like, that's probably like the worst thing that happened.
Right? The problem is like, okay, here's the problem, right? And that I alluded to, so I'm gonna clear it up. Michael Beasley is one of those players where he needed to be the reason why Michael Beasley never worked is because he needed to be he's the type of player with his game he needed to be the star of the team. That and off the court distractions was what messed him up. Honestly, I generally felt that if he was drafted to a team that actually needed him to be a star, instead of the Miami Heat, because remember, he got drafted in 08. Then 09 came. Then LeBron came. And when LeBron came, he left.
Basically.
But I'll sit there and say this. The Heat is a culture thing. And I think the biggest thing is either you fit Heat culture or you don't. And I understand why. I understand why Pat Riley has to move the way he does because they're in Miami. Could you imagine what would happen if James Harden got drafted to Miami?
Hey man,
Like,
yeah, that's a after hours discussion.
it's like the biggest problem is in order to play for the Miami Heat and Heat culture, you have to sit there and fit into a system, and you have to be you have to be very, very based on your work because because in Miami, boy oh boy, it's easy to distract you.
What you gotta do is go outside.
Feel me? That's pretty much it. Honestly, in the last team, Toronto. The last team is Toronto. And the last team is Toronto. They are alright. But do you really think? Okay, they got Brandon Ingram, Emmanuel Quickly. Emmanuel Quickly is playing well over there, actually.
Everyone over there is playing pretty well. Like they're playing a good team basketball over there. Quickly, Barnes, RJ, Ingram,
Grady Pauls.
Grady Pauls. They got some rookie, my son CMB. He's doing pretty good too. So they got a good and they got Mamu. Mamu's underrated too. Sleeper out of Villanova.
As I always will say this, the problem is when you trade for a star. I'm gonna say this. In most cases, it does not make sense to trade for a star unless A is what are you giving up?
Right.
And what can you replace with role players? And honestly, in order for Ja to sit there and be successful in Toronto, they may need to sit there and turn into a Ja get the ball, Ja get a bucket.
Yeah. Where do you think it could go?
Where I think he can go? Okay. Hold on, I gotta look. I have to look at the NBA roster. I have to look at the NBA.
Brooklyn Nets.
Listen, man. We love Michael Porter Jr. over here, and we love Cam Thomas. We want to see him get 40 a game. We do not want Ja Morant taking away shots from Michael Porter Jr. here.
Definitely not.
But honestly, the biggest thing is like, who's a team that has really good shooting? So he need not the Magic.
Phoenix.
Okay, they got Jalen Brunson.
Phoenix?
Oh, Phoenix?
Yeah.
I mean, him and Dylan.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, that actually
They
may be a
got
good fit
Booker
for him.
there. They got what's his name? Grayson Allen.
The problem is,
Lefty.
I mean, to be fair, you just give up Dylan Brooks because I mean, even though he's averaging 21 points, we don't rock with him like that. That dude is a 3-letter word that we're not gonna use on this. It's not.
Y'all need to do a Patreon or something.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Let me listen. If they paid for it, I would do it. All I got, I still remember. Listen, bro. All I gotta sit there and say is, I still remember this. Dylan Brooks is for every, unless Dylan Brooks drops 50 a game for me. Nah, unless he drops 50 in the game, then I'm gonna sit there and change my tone. Right? Dylan Brooks in the 2022 season against the Warriors proved to me that he's gonna be forever booty juice. Game 1, he knocked Gary Payton out the air, broke his elbow, got suspended for game 2, lost game 2, game 3, lost game 2 and game 3. It's 2-1. Warriors go up 3-1. And in the elimination game, Dylan Brooks just proceeded to shoot the Grizzlies out the game. Got them packed up. Went 2 for 15 in the game.
Traded.
Now he came back next year. You know what happened? He proceeded to talk, you know what, to LeBron James. And you know what happened? Game 6 got blown out by 40. Yeah, other no reason we bringing you back. Yeah, I just told him the same exact. Yeah, bro, you gotta go, bro. He would have got the Jamal Adams
door.
He said, your Uber's outside, my guy.
Already.
Oh, here's they must have changed my code. Y'all trained me already? It's only year 2.
So,
but honestly, I've never been really a big fan of Dylan Brooks. Honestly, the Grizzlies he needs to play for a team that has a lot of shooters. The problem is the teams that have a lot of shooters that need a point guard are few and far between. I mean, like for an example, the Bucks is a horrible fit. You can trade him for KPJ. Actually,
but him and Giannis on the floor at the same time.
Yeah, never mind. I take that back.
Maybe he could go to the Clippers.
The Clippers are a retirement home, bro. I don't think there's nothing the Clippers could give that they would want. You got Kawhi Leonard, who's hurt, who's always either hurt or not playing. You got James Harden, who's either partying or playing poorly, and you got Big Zoo.
Know where he could go. He might need to make an expansion team.
If we get a couple of dollars together, we make an expansion team. We can sit there and make it in Connecticut. We can make it in Connecticut. Call it the Suns.
Word, yo. Then it'd be 2 teams called the Suns. Now I do I do one better. The Connecticut Huskies.
Derek. He's a rich team, the NBA team, or the college team. It don't matter.
Exactly. They got the same logo too.
The next trade we got to talk about is the Jonathan Kuminga trade. Potential trade. Here, as I previously alluded to, and what team impressed me? The Warriors. Jonathan Kuminga is playing basketball like he don't know how to play basketball. Yeah. Let me explain something to you about the Warriors system. The Warriors system, in order for you to do well in it, you actually, if you're not named Steph Curry, you need to be able to shoot. You need to be able to play off the ball in cuts, and you need to be able to sit there and finish and be able to set screens for Steph Curry. That's pretty much it, right?
Basically.
Right? Here's what happened. The problem is Jonathan Kuminga wants to be the star, and he doesn't want to sit there and be a star in his role. So what ends up happening is you're wondering why he's playing terrible. He's getting collecting DMPs like the Infinity Stones. Shoot, he's about to be Thanos in a second real quick. They're going to most likely end up trading him because it doesn't make sense for them to be on the roster because he doesn't fit the system. He got into an argument with the coach, left the sideline. Honestly, how I look at it is Jonathan Kuminga, they need to sit there, use his time while they're trading Jonathan Kuminga, have him take Draymond with them.
Yeah, I think Kuminga, it's a shame because like he really should stay where he's at, but he just can't grow his game where he's at. But I don't know if it's because he's not getting an opportunity or it's himself not giving himself the opportunity by not adapting to the system. But he's a dynamic wing. He can't really shoot that well. He could shoot sometimes, so he's not that reliable of a shooter. He's a primary slasher. He's very athletic, but he lacks basketball IQ. He can't really pass well. He's not really a dribbler. I don't know. It's a little tough to place him somewhere because he doesn't add that much value at this point. And every team has a indie wing that's athletic that doesn't know what he's doing on the court. So it's hard to place him somewhere like that. I don't know. Maybe New York. New York is pretty small.
My question is, who do you want to give up for? Who you want to give up on the Knicks for Jonathan Kuminga?
Yabusele could go. Or should I say Yabusele? But he could go for sure. Low-key Jordan Clarkson could kind of go too. Like he's kind of like an on and off impact. I think Miles McBride is way better for like he's like a way better version of Jordan Clarkson than Jordan Clarkson, if that makes any sense.
I mean, yeah, I can agree with that. Here's my thing. Sorry about the Knicks. Okay. They got a Jonathan Kuminga. His name is OG Anunoby.
That's true. Not about him.
And he fits the system much better. So I wouldn't want him. The Knicks, there was a legend. Okay, now the Kings wanted him. But the problem is, who you going to give up? Malik Monk?
Good.
You could.
Good. That would be a good trade for both sides.
Keegan Murray is too much. Sorry, Keegan Murray is too much. You ain't giving like. But even then, the Kings are 8-30.
Westbrook.
On the Warriors.
Westbrook to the Warriors. Back.
On the war. Then you might as well trade Draymond because him and Russell Westbrook does the exact same thing.
Trade Draymond. He could get out of there. Anybody over the age of 35.
That's not Steph and Jimmy
Golden
Butler
State. Bro, Jimmy Butler could go too. What is he doing?
Bro, he's averaging 20, bro.
What did he do in the playoffs? Only 20? Come on, man.
I mean, to be fair, he's averaging 20. He's the number 2 option on the Warriors.
Who's he locking up?
Listen, listen. As I always say, Villen. When you hit 34, they stop expecting you to play defense. They say, yo. Can you hit a jump shot for us? Yes.
Yard.
Yard.
They need to get him out of there though, man. While his value is still decent. The Warriors got to start going young. They failed to drop. They dropped the ball with that by trading Jordan Poole. They haven't developed any of their young talent. Pods is butt. Kuminga is lost out there. Moody is not that consistent, but you can count on Moody sometimes. Moody's alright. They got Post. He's whatever. I forgot he existed till I was thinking about it.
To be fair, he's just a sharpshooter. He's just a stretch 5, but it's not really a stretch.
Yeah.
And
yeah, like the youth on the Warriors have no value. They need to start investing in the youth a little more.
Then you got Gary Payton, who's a 6'2" center.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that. GP2, listen, if you ever watch this, listen. We respect your game, you respect your grind, you respect your hustle. But a 6'2", that's a big no in the NBA, bro.
You're out of here, buddy.
Yeah. Listen, let me put it this way. Actually, that's a perfect way to describe GP2. A niche player. He fish a niche, and he gets straight, and he moves on. Buddy Hield gotta go.
Yeah, scrap like the whole team. You could scrap it, man. You could scrap the whole team. Curry got like maybe 2-3 years left. Could build something nice in that time. We're not going for a championship run. They're not competing with anybody. Just scrap the team.
I'm gonna agree
The
with that.
dynasty's over. The dynasty has no respect left anymore. They got rid of Clay.
Tell me, trade Draymond, because surprisingly he's shooting 34% for three. That's actually crazy. He's shooting better from three than John Morant, and they leave Draymond open.
I'm embarrassed about Ja.
Hey man, let us know how I feel about the Jonathan Kuminga trade in the comment section below. But we're on to the next. The final trade that we gotta talk about is Trae Young to the Washington Wizards for CJ McCollum. Hold up. If I see me on my phone, okay. I'm pulling up the trade right now.
I think it was CJ, Corey Kispert, like a couple picks.
Okay. Yep. It was CJ McCollum, Corey Kispert.
No, we call that. He's traded for this.
A bag of chips.
Bag of chips.
He was.
No value.
Let me put it this way, bro. Nah, he ain't get no picks, actually. They just said CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert.
No value.
Honestly, bro, the Hawks really didn't need any value for Trae Young because, one, they already knew they was going to get rid of him. Two, who is Corey Kispert?
Only $2.99.
They said, who? They said, oh, yeah, we got Corey Kispert. Who? I mean, he can shoot. And CJ McCollum is averaging 18 points a game and is washed. If he was any good, he'd be on the Washington. He would still be on the Washington Wizards. So the first things first, I'm explaining to you the problem with Trae Young, and what led him to get traded. 6'1", can't defend, is an overrated shooter. Yes, he could shoot the ball from 40, but if you look at his 3-point percentages, it will surprise you.
Overrated shooter.
He's an overrated shooter. I stand on that.
Wow. Even though he could give you 30 and 10.
I said overrated shooter. Now, I didn't say he was trash. Hold on, I'm gonna show you his 3-point percentages. You gonna be like, when you hear his 3-point percentages. Okay. So as of the 2025-2026 season, he's shooting 30% from the 3-point line.
Oh, now he's injured.
Okay. Let me go back to 2024-2025 3-point season. He shot 34% from the 3-point line.
But you gotta factor in degree of difficulty as well.
Villen. Steph Curry shoots 40% from the 3-point line.
That's Steph Curry.
Anthony Edwards.
It's Anthony Edwards. These are generational guys.
Let me put it this way. League average is 37% from the 3-point line. You know who's a better 3-point shooter than him? Shaedon Sharpe, 3%. Can I read you that, sir?
He's not shooting the same shots as Trae Young.
Or my response, and you know what I said? You know my retort is?
What?
As Steph Curry said, the best advice, he said, man, y'all gotta stop tagging me in these bad basketball clips. Cause I ain't tell you how to right when people shooting air balls, cause I ain't tell you how to shoot that shit.
Fair. Granted, yes, okay. maybe he's not as the good a shooter as we think he is, but he still provide instant offense. He still could run an offense. Like he still play makes, get everyone in the spot. So I don't know. I think he's more valuable than C.J. McCollum and Corey Kispert.
So my question is, would you want him on your team? Listen, if you had to pick any point guard in the league, who would you take?
Any point guard,
Yeah.
I'm taking Shea.
Technically, Shea's a point guard.
SGA.
I thought he was a
Point
2.
guard. No,
I thought he was a 2.
he brings the ball up.
Fair enough. If you could sit there and pick another, okay, that's one. If you could pick another point guard besides Shea, who would you take?
Luka.
That's 2. If you could pick another point guard in the NBA besides Shea and Luke, who would you take?
Curry.
That's 3. Keep going.
Take Brunson.
4.
Maxey. Kyrie.
6.
Definitely forgetting some people.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Jamal Murray, 7.
Nah.
Yes. 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 Yes.
They're the same player.
Yeah, but Jamal Murray is winning.
If you gave Trae Young Jokic, that's a dynasty.
Bro.
They not only just winning one chip, they're winning at least 3.
James Harden.
Okay. We're counting that. Yes, that's
John Morant. Actually, no, I'll take Trae Young this year over John Morant.
This year I'm taking John. I mean Trae.
De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, I'll take Fox.
Darius Garland.
Nah, he's soft.
Tyrese. Keontae George.
No, the kid in Utah.
Yeah.
He just started doing that though. Like, come on, man.
Bro,
Put some respect on Trae Young, bro.
Bro, I respect 27.
We're not even at the All-Star break.
Listen, if the Jazz was winning, he would be an All-Star.
Yeah, but they're not. Trae Young had Atlanta winning, did he not? We forget Trae Young brought them to the Eastern Conference Finals. We forget that.
You also forget he played a trash Knicks team, and Ben Simmons forgot how to play basketball.
And he won one against Milwaukee, the champions.
Bro, that was the game Giannis got hurt.
Listen, they went to the Eastern Conference Finals and then they disassembled the team. They got rid of John Collins. They got rid of everyone on that team, basically. And brought in a whole bunch of foolishness. Got rid of them. Now they have a new team that is getting it done without him. He's only injured for like 15 games. And they switched up on him.
Bro, you also forget LaMelo Ball. Bro,
that's pretty even.
Bro,
both of them are even.
Listen. In fantasy basketball, I made myself a promise. There's 2 players who I will never take in fantasy basketball: Zion Williamson and LaMelo Ball, because they will always sell you. And I put him over Trae Young.
They barely play.
And I'll take them over Trae Young. So the mere fact of the matter is, I listed 10 point guards in the NBA that's better than Trae Young.
Yeah, but it's 30 point guards. 30 starting point guards.
That's 1/3 of the league, bro.
Yeah, but it's top. He's top. He's in the top half of the starting point guards in the league for sure.
So that's like me saying he's better than Bones Highland. I'll take Bones Highland over him, bro. Of course you're gonna take Trae Young over Bones Highland, bro. Because listen, when it comes down to it, the drop off from Trae Young outside the top 10, you got your mid-tier point guards. Then you got your solid starters, which is your top 20s. Then you got your bums. Let me rephrase it. The ones that you hope don't mess it up. That's your top 25s. And you got your bums.
You're telling me Trae Young is only worth $2.99. Santina's yellow corn tortilla chips.
Yes.
That's all he's worth.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Listen, you see how Jalen Johnson was playing without him?
He came back and they played the same.
The problem is that Jalen Johnson needs more time, needs the ball to run to be able to play. And the problem is with Trae Young, he's not going to sit there and get an opportunity to develop because Jalen Johnson needs the ball to play. Think about it. He's averaging 24, 10, and 8.
It's pretty solid.
On 52% from the field and 37% from the 3-point line. That's actually really good.
Is he an all-star starter?
It's between. I mean, to be honest with you, I think he's going to be on the team. It's going to be between him and actually no, Danny Aldia's on the West. It's going to be between. I think. Let me put it this way. It's on the East. Who are the fours on the East?
The fours, Giannis, or you call him a center? I don't know, but I feel Giannis. We got Giannis. We got Jalen Johnson. We got Bam. Where's Bam center? I don't know. We got Bam. We got Franz and Paolo.
Yeah, they're gonna be there. Then we got. I mean, is the Raptors good this year? Yes, they are. So that means Scotty Barnes, Brandon Ingram, or RJ Barrett's going to be on the All-Star team this year.
I doubt it.
One of them.
I don't think any of them will get the nod. This is going to be the All-Star team. Brunson, Jaylen Brown, Maxey. We're going to have Jalen Johnson there. Giannis. They'll probably give Embiid the vote just because it's Embiid. That's 6. They're going to get Cade in there for sure. Duran's going to be in there too. That's 8, and then the last spots is up for grabs. Maybe Brandon Ingram gets in there. Maybe Derek White. And give Derek White in there.
All I got to say
Paolo. So pretty good.
Michael Porter Jr.
I'll vote for him.
I'll put
my vote for him. Need some Brooklyn Nets representation in there.
Amen. Well,
they're not that bad. Like they're not like they got over 10 wins.
I mean, bro, I'd rather watch them than the Mavericks, but that's neither here nor there. Ooh. Ooh. The Mavericks is oof. All I gotta sit there and say is, think about this. He was traded for Luka.
Right. Great trade.
That's called finessing. That's not great.
FTB finesse the bag.
That's called scamming. That's not finesse. That's called scamming. Hey man, listen. You go across the street. You go across the street. Yo, I give you a gift card for a $100 gift card if you give me I give you a $200 gift card if you give me $100. Okay, no problem. Appreciate it. Swipe.
Declined.
That's exactly what type of scamming that the Mavericks did. And then they got scammed too. I was like, how the? Listen, that's. Hey man, as I always say, let us know how y'all feel about this in the comment section below. But with that, we on to the next segment. The next segment that we have is called Twitter fingers. Trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers. Yeah, you're getting bodied by. So Twitter fingers, I'm gonna take all the comments from all my social medias. I'm gonna scour the world for all my comments. And this is the conversation where we interact with y'all. So in my last video, Basketball Fundamental Secrets 105 Secrets of Driving, Ricky Johnson, DY1XS goes, You tripping calling Clay a bricklayer is crazy. F you mean Clay's a bucket. My response: he's a career 40% 3-point shooter, but he left his jump shot in Golden State. As I'm making this video, he's shooting 35% in Dallas. So you take or L take?
L.
For me or
Nah, for the commenter. That's an L for the commenter. I don't know when's the last time that guy saw any basketball being played on television. But Clay has not been a bucket for like 3 years. It's part of the reason why they shipped him off from Golden State. And 0 for 11 in the playoff game. His final playoff game. 0 for 11. Or was it 0?
it don't matter.
He put a donut up in his final playoff game with the Warriors.
He didn't put a donut, but he threw up a center block. Hey! The saddest thing about Father Time kicking in, we remember how good we used to be, but we wasn't the same.
Yep.
That's what happened with Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson was like thinking like, yeah, I can make this. I'm Klay Thompson. Now he's like, now granted, Klay always starts off slow and has bad stretches in seasons. But I generally think he's gonna finish the season with around 37% from the 3-point line, 38% from the 3-point line. But this is who Klay is. I'm not really anticipating anything better from that. So I'm gonna sit there and say I'm gonna agree with my take. W take. Next post. In Basketball Fundamentals, Basketball Fundamentals is my new series that I've been making my shorts, where I'm breaking down basic stuff. So I break down details of the game, break down moves, etc. Basketball Fundamentals 104, how to use a pump fake. 2087 says, if people would listen to Kobe, he would have known that he was going for a pump fake on the evidence of the video of me breaking down how Cooper Flag set up his pump fake. If you watch the clip, Cooper Flag goes inside outside and like he's about to shoot the ball, and he pump fake Keontae George. He stepped through, got an easy layup. My response is 100% in real time. Reads like that happen in a split second, so I don't blame him for jumping. And he goes, "Yes, sir, very well, understandable. But part of defense is watching their feet. That's what is happening. So you're too busy watching the ball with the feet tell it all." And my response, okay. First things first, W take or L take?
I don't know how to feel about that because the feet can't tell you if you're gonna pump fake.
So,
because all I gotta do is tiptoe, and you gonna think I'm pump faking. Is that what he's saying? Like,
you remember the Kobe clip? So, all right, when I get done editing this video, I'm gonna put the Kobe clip right. If it's depending on how it looks, I'm gonna put the Kobe clip right here. The Kobe clip, Kobe breaks it down how to tell someone is pump faking. What he does is they typically raise up and put their back leg back.
Negative step.
Yeah, they do a next step. What ends up happening is, right, and because you're overzealous, you're gonna bite on the pump fake. As a defender, you're supposed to look at the guy's waist, right?
Right.
Your waist doesn't lie, but also you're looking at the guy's waist along with the ball. Why I tell you look at the ball, look at his waist and along with the ball is because if you know that he's doing it behind the back, you know where the ball is gonna go, so you can jam him up and get a steal off of that if they're very loose with their handle. So here's my thing: if I'm focused on your waist, it's very difficult for me to notice that you're taking a negative step, especially if I'm crowding you.
Right.
I can understand how Michael Porter bit on that pump fake because he's looking at his waist. He's not gonna. I mean, not Michael Porter. Keontae George is gonna bite on that pump fake because he's glued on his waist and what he's looking at. Playing defense is extremely difficult. That's why they play a lot of. That's why they play. Tony Allen had a 20-year career. For time constraint, I'll sit there and say this: We give that a W take?
I give it a W take because he referenced Kobe.
Fair enough. Okay, let's see. In the last video, all right, and this one is was published on October. Why the Warriors would destroy the 2016 Warriors would destroy the Shaq and Kobe led Lakers. So to give some background about the video, the Shaq and Kobe led Lakers. It was a clip where I broke down on Allen Iverson dropping 50 against the Lakers. One of the things was the clip basically explained why them playing drop coverage would have been a problem for the Lakers for the Lakers to guard with the Warriors, because what will end up happening is Shaq will have to guard Draymond and Bogut. Bogut will set a screen on the ball. Shaq will play drop. Steph will dot shot, or Clay will dot shot, or they'll sit there and have Steph come off ball screen. Shaq will sit there and will play it. Will give him space, and he'll rise up, and Steph will rise up and shoot it. Because of how the game has improved to, Shaq would get cruised on as a mismatch. Ash S3VAW said they would definitely beat them. That being said, Steph and Shaq are better than Durant and Curry. Excuse me. W take or L take?
Wait, what? Kobe and Shaq better than Steph and Durant?
Yeah.
Damn it. I don't know, man. Because the Shaq and Kobe Lakers couldn't really mess with the '05 Pistons that involved a lot of off-ball movement and shooting, and the Warriors are like them on steroids. So I don't know if Shaq has the mobility to be put in a pick and roll and survive with Steph Curry on there. Or I don't know who's chasing around Clay, who's guarding the Durant. Kobe can't guard Durant and Curry and Clay, so I think I got the Warriors now. That Warriors team is pretty unbeatable.
Let me explain it like this. There's no team in the NBA that can be constructed for the next 10 years that could probably beat the Warriors, 2016 Warriors.
Nah, not a chance.
Now there may be another team. Like this year's, maybe this year's OKC, maybe last year's OKC team maybe has a chance.
No.
Honestly, no. It would take a massive generation shift for that team for a team to beat that Warriors team, because one, you had all-time great shooters on the one roster. Kevin Durant is an all-time great shooter.
Yeah.
Now,
for sure.
I don't know where he's ranked on the all-time list, but I think he should be ranked. He's going to be ranked top 10 soon. By the end of his career, he should be ranked top 10. Let me see. Actually, Kevin Durant. Okay, Kevin Durant dropped 31,000 points and is on. He made over 2,000. He made over 2,000 threes in his career. Actually, wait. Kevin Durant is 12th in all-time threes made.
He'll be 10th by the end of his career for sure.
Right. Steph Curry is number 1 at 4,000. Clay is 5 at 27. Even though if it wasn't for injuries, he'd be number 2 at 27,000. At 2,700, excuse me. LeBron is 6th. He don't count.
Harden is up there.
Harden's number 2. Yeah, Harden is number 2, which is actually a shocker.
That's crazy.
The craziest part about it is, what's the most terrifying thing about Steph Curry being number 1 all time? He missed over 200 games.
Yeah.
So the mere fact of the matter is, when they finally do pass him, because every record is meant to be broken. Whoever does pass him, they gotta sit there and pass him and pass the legacy. They need to pass him by 1,000 threes.
Facts.
In order to really pass him. And even then, that's crazy. Here's the thing, I'm gonna say this something about basketball in general. The game is different in the Jordan era than it is in the Dead Ball era, as it is the Big 3 era, as it is the Golden Ages, as it is in this area. Why I bring this up? Because of the fact that the matter is how the game of basketball is forever going to change. It could be a team that I have seen that's going to be able to be the Golden State the 2017 Golden State Warriors. The only team that will have a chance if like OKC gets Giannis.
That would be scary.
Because that is the modern day equivalent of the 2016 Warriors. OKC goes, you know what? Let's get Giannis, and they don't give and they give up something like Chet.
They're good for the next 5 years.
Feel me? No comparisons. Yeah, that's the best. That's gonna be the best team ever. But hey, man, as I always sit there and say this, let us know how y'all feel about this segment. Listen, if y'all want to be on the next segment of Twitter Fingers, make sure you like, make sure you comment. I read all the comments. Now, if you comment some boo boo, we gonna be on your head.
It's happened before.
Listen,
don't let it be you.
Don't let it be you. Now, if you commenting me, and please, listen. I just moved to my new location, so I don't have to worry about the fire alarms. Cause y'all have it cracked with flaming me for them fire alarms in my crib, bro. Get some batteries, bro. I get it. Man, oh man. Listen. Man. We on to the next. Listen. As I always will sit there and say this, yo, Villen, thank you for being on the episode with me. Listen, this is 2 hours long. I did not expect this episode to be this long. It's 2 hours. Y'all probably gonna watch it. It's gonna be like it's gonna be 1:30. Couple things, couple announcements. Villen started his own basketball team. It's called Team Phoenix.
Yes.
Shout out to Villen.
Thank you.
Listen, I'll be coaching it if the hoodlums didn't run me out. If the Knicks fans didn't run me out of New York. Nah.
Man, you know you're good with me. Still good. Nobody's all these crazy Knicks fans saying anything to you if you were me.
I already know it. But listen, bro. I want to join Team Phoenix. Let me as I always will tell y'all this. You can DM me. I'm gonna forward you Villen's information. His information is going to be in the comment section below. Do you have a website?
Yes. TeamPhoenixNYC.com. We're looking for coaches, right? Looking for players too, right? So we look for adults and kids. So everyone's welcome. All the help we could get. Let's get this off the ground. Try to make something big. Played at the Barclays Center on Sunday.
Oh.
Yes. So the episode probably will not be out, but by the time you watch this episode, we will have played in the Barclays Center, and there will be film. So stay on the lookout for that.
As I always will tell y'all this, listen, bro. Dream changes the world, bro. One of the things I'm always gonna share with you, and this is the things I always sit there and I just like appreciate about Villen, bro. Homie sat there, homie dug in, he put the work in, and honestly, he's out here living his dream. It may not grow, it may not be as fast as you want it to grow, but remember something. All things are possible through Christ. Stay in faith, stay in prayer, keep on grinding, keep on keeping your head down, and honestly, have a good team of people around you. Because in the end of the day, respectfully, I wouldn't be able to get as far as I got in without my boy Villen right here. And honestly, watch it grow and watch it flourish, and you never know. You sit there, you gonna watch everything. It's gonna happen. It may not happen as fast as you want it. It's gonna happen. Deek, 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 deek. Slowly, but it's slow in subsequent wins, and eventually, the next thing you know, boom, you're gonna make something big.
Yep.
But man. Hey, yo, Villen, is there anything else you want to add to to give to the people, man?
Nah, man, you got a good Team Phoenix plug for me. So I think we could go off on that note, man. Thanks for having me, bro. It's always a good podcast. 2 hours, great convo. Could have went for 5, but too long for you too.
But we don't got now. I don't know about you, but
No
I
storage.
got videos to edit. I don't got time to edit no 5-hour videos. Let you tell them that.
Hell no.
All the links to everything is in the comments in the description box below. Honestly, also, your boy's is also officially started getting paid as an editor. If y'all need anything, hit my email at 2434businesses@gmail.com. Tell me I edit your stuff to you. And honestly, I don't know. I think I do a good job on them. What do you think, Villen?
You made a pretty good mixtape for my team, so it was definitely a W mixtape.
All I gotta sit there and say is, man, y'all already know the drill, man. Listen, yo, Villen, you wanna close this out, or I gotta close this out?
I close it out. I'll close it out since it's been so long.
All right.
So, everybody, thank you for tuning to What the Heck podcast. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. You know what to do. We turn down.